Steinbrenner story. It's kind of my main one. And George is tough to play for, but to me, this guy's a huge heart. He does so many good things. So I always like to start the story off by saying all the good things he did. But I don't know if you remember, I'm not quite sure what year it was. I kind of hit some home runs in consecutive games. And, George is funny because, and I got to kind of go back. Arbitration process comes up my first year for arbitration, and I think it's 2 years or whatever. It gets down to, you got to settle by midnight. You have to settle by midnight, you got to go the next day. So it's like 10 to 12 the night before the first year, we settle. All good, right? Everything's good. The next year, kind of the same thing. We get right to 10 to 12, calls. He said, hey, we're not going to settle this year. So we can't, you feel like this and that. He says, hey, it's nothing personal. Don't take anything personal in there. And he says, whatever happens, it's just business. And I want you, that after that's over, we go and see. So, okay, that's fine. Because you can't lose an arbitration. At that point, huge money. $1.9 million or $1.6 million. Indiana, a small town, right? And so I went. So the next day in the paper, he's ranting and raving about the farmers in Indiana, taxi cab drivers. All I care about is money. Not Jack Armstrong anymore. All these things. I'm like, what the hell happened to this business? Business as long as he wins. And so that went on. So that kind of fired up, and I let that go. You probably do it. Media, I kind of like, hey, he's the owner, and he can say whatever he wants, and I knew not to fuel that. I didn't want to get into that. So a year goes later, get into the home run thing. I hit home runs in like 10 homers in 8 days, eight days in a row, I hit a homer. Well, right after that, he comes out and we lost like 3 out of 4 in Texas, and I homered every game. And he blasts me for being selfish. Shit, I get ready to play. I mean, these are the years when we got guys coming. Every year we had guys that were coming in. You love bringing rehab guys in, guys that came off cocaine problems. Overweight. I mean, guys overweight in camp, he's trying to bring them back. So I'm in camp, I'm on time, I'm probably in trouble, I'm just going out and playing. I'm putting up numbers and I'm getting blasted. So that pissed me off. So something else happens and I finally fire up in the paper and I said, you know what? He doesn't, you don't respect is not money, whatever I said. He blasted off, and so that got hairy, and he was going to trade me or whatever. So Dallas Green takes over that year. And the whole talk is he's going to trade me. The season's over, I'm packing up kind of the house in New Jersey just to go back home. I'm not trying to get rid of it yet. And so Dallas calls and says, hey, would you mind calling Mr. Stein? Do you want to play? I said, yeah, I'll play here, but I said, you got to treat me with respect, I'm a man too. You can't just treat me like shit and go on. And so he says, hey, do you mind calling? Give it a shot. So I call him, and he gets going. He's back. I'll send you to Cleveland. Like, anywhere you want. It's still 60 feet 6 inches, and I can still play. Okay, go ahead. So it's like, it was back, and you got to heat it up, and it got into the whole thing. Hey, you got to treat me with respect, I treat you right. I know you're the owner. I have respect for that. He goes, all right, well, good luck to you. And my ex-wife's there, and I said, you might as well sell this place. And from that point forward, he treated me like gold. It was amazing. After that point, it was like, okay, he stood up for himself. You can't run all over him. And it's like, after that, it was like, never treat me bad again.
That really is the way George was, not just the players.